Inspired by worthy rivals. In this video, Simon Sinek talks about how competitors who are deserving of our respect expose our flaws and inspire us to become better.
So there's another guy who does what I do. He writes books, he gives talks, etc. His work is extremely well respected, and I admire his work as well. I happen to hate him. He's never done anything mean to me, and we've always had a very cordial relationship when we see each other professionally. I have an arbitrary hatred of him. And as a result of my hatred, I'm extremely competitive with him. I would log on to Amazon on a regular basis and check my book rankings, and then immediately check his. And keep in mind, I check no one else's, just the two of us. And if he was ahead, I was angry, and if I was ahead, I was smug. And whenever his name came up in polite conversation, I would seethe underneath. We were invited to speak together at a conference where we would be interviewed together. And I don't mean like literally, we would be on the stage together. And the interviewer thought it would be fun if we introduced each other. And so I went first. And I turned to him and I said, "You make me really insecure." And I said, "All of your strengths are all of my weaknesses. And whenever your name comes up, I get really uncomfortable." And he looked at me and he said, "Funny, I think the same thing about you." The reason I was so competitive with him had nothing to do with him, it had everything to do with me. Because his weaknesses revealed to me, because his strengths revealed to me my weaknesses, it's more difficult to take a hard look at myself and say, here's all the work you have to do. It's much easier, and dare I say more fun, to direct all my energies at beating him. That turned out to be an extremely cathartic experience. And I learned the value of a worthy rival. And the funny thing is, after that experience, I've never checked mine or his book ranking since. I applaud his work, celebrate him, want him to do well, because it turns out working together, we actually are stronger. And I think this is the same folly in business, right? Which is we decide who our competitors are, and then we obsess with beating them. Like ABC, NBC, CBS, and Fox were obsessed with beating each other, and all they did was look at Nielsen ratings every morning. And then Netflix came up and didn't, who cares? They're all blew them out of the water, because they weren't even looking. They weren't even watching. Because that's the arbitrariness of, I remember back in the early days when I first started my career, I was in the ad business, and I was junior dog's buddy to the junior dog's buddy. And I was on the competitive analysis team. And basically what that meant was we studied the competition, and we put together decks to the executives of, look what the competition is doing. And we sometimes would hire outside consultants to run, research for us. And if it was too expensive to study 7 of them, we'd cut it down to 4. Which is hilarious if you think about it. So you're making decisions based on 4 and anyway, you get my point. So I think the value of the other players in your industry, of the other players in the game, is not to beat them, because there's no such thing. As I said before, Best Buy didn't win anything when Circuit City went bankrupt. But it's to recognize and respect them. There are some players who do some or many things better than you. Maybe they have a better leadership, stronger culture, better marketing. Maybe their products are better designed. Who knows what? And instead of trying to beat them, which could mean you choose underhanded things or just drop your price, you actually say, okay, let's make our product even better. They have revealed our weakness. Let's now work on that. Because the only competitor in an infinite game is yourself.
A well-known author, Simon Sinek, emphasizes the value of having a distinct purpose in life, or what he refers to as a why, and how it may inspire people and organizations to achieve tremendous success. The importance Sinek places on the function of deserving adversaries is spurring innovation and progress in one facet of his philosophy that is frequently disregarded. I shall examine Sinek's theories on deserving rivals and how they might motivate people and organizations to reach their maximum potential in this post. Who are deserving rivals? A worthy enemy, in Sinek's opinion, is a rival or foe who pushes you to be your best. Sinek believes that we should embrace our competitors as important assets that can motivate us to succeed rather than seeing them as foes to be vanquished. There are many different kinds of worthy competitors. They may be businesses or people who directly compete with you in your sector, or they may be those who are leaders in a similar area. Even non-human phenomena like technology or market trends may qualify as such. The main quality of a worthy opponent is that they motivate you to work more, aim higher, and pursue perfection in everything you do. The advantages of valuable rivals. Sinek contends that long-term success requires having respectable adversaries. He feels that having strong competitors has the following advantages. They spur on you to get better. When you have a deserving competition, you are continually pushing yourself to get better. You have the drive to experiment, to think of fresh solutions, and to go beyond your comfort zone. They hold you responsible. Deserving competitors keep you on your toes. You are aware that your adversary will be waiting to exploit any potential weaknesses you may have if you become complacent. They aid in maintaining focus since you are clear on your goals when you have a worthy competition. You are focused on reaching a specific objective that you have in mind. They encourage you to be inventive. Deserving competitors can encourage inventiveness. You are pushed to think outside the box and develop original, inventive ideas when you are continuously attempting to outdo your competitor. They serve as a yardstick for success. Deserving competitors might serve as a yardstick for achievement. You can assess your development and determine how far you have come by contrasting yourself to your competitor. Exemplars of valuable rivals. The competition between Apple and Microsoft is among the most well-known examples of a respectable rivalry. The two businesses have been in competition with one another for many years, and this competition has fostered innovation and expansion in the technology sector. The competition between Nike and Adidas is another such. The two businesses are intense rivals in the market for athletic footwear and clothing, and this rivalry has sparked the creation of novel materials and technologies that have changed the sector. In both of these instances, the competition between the two businesses has significantly improved and advanced the field in which they operate. In conclusion, Simon Sinek thinks that having deserving adversaries is crucial for long-term success. Individuals and organizations can be inspired to grow, maintain concentration, and be creative by accepting the challenge of competing with a deserving adversary. Competitors who are worthy of respect can spur growth and innovation and serve as a yardstick for achievement. Sinek says that we should embrace competitors as important assets that can help us reach our greatest potential rather than seeing them as foes to be vanquished. By doing this, we can develop into our finest selves and succeed enormously in whatever we do. We should respect and acknowledge other players rather than trying to outplay them. Competitors who are deserving of our respect expose our flaws and inspire us to become better. Hope you liked the video. Thanks for watching. For more videos, please subscribe.